Hi there, I'm Chris May, host of This Day in Weather History, a podcast from the Weather Network. Ottawa is known for snow, so for today's episode to be dedicated to a record-setting snowfall, this definitely had to be an awful lot of snow. First, let's take a step back and take a look at the logistics of the nation's capital, that for Canada. It's an old city, so therefore it's not particularly large. It dates back to Upper Lower Canada, so streets are narrow. You get a lot of snow, and you end up with situations like we've seen in Montreal and Toronto where you have to call in the military to help people out. That's not necessarily what happened here, but it is always a potential. It's beautiful. It's a sprawling city. It's lined with rivers, which are gorgeous through at least half the year. But in the wintertime, that also lends to some snowfall enhancement, as you could imagine, especially the proximity to the St. Lawrence. Having said all that, you also have the Rideau Canal Skateway that depends on the freezing cold for it to be that big international tourist attraction every single year. So they know that they're ready for snow and they know they're ready for cold. So they're prepared. Now, you also have the tourism. You have the international travel because it is an international hub. You have all these universities. You also have a natural population. And the city was crippled by this snowfall. It was an emergency. Environment Canada was calling for 25 to 40 centimeters of snow. And then after that, there was the potential for the ice pellets and the freezing rain. It was a whole mess. On top of that, outside of the city center in Canada, the Ottawa Senators were supposed to be taking on the Buffalo Sabres. And of course, everybody had tickets to that. But the club said, if you're going to make it down, please be careful. Those that did were rewarded with 50% off tickets for an upcoming game. That was the Ottawa Senators' way of saying, we knew this was going to happen. It happens every year. Thank you for showing up this day in weather history.